I didn't know what to play today because I don't really have any games that I'm like hyped for. The only other game I wanted to play on stream is Bayonetta 3, but I want a physical copy of it and I haven't seen one. So I'm probably gonna get one on like Amazon or something and play that when it arrives, but I just haven't gotten around to doing that. So I just downloaded a bunch of games that looked interesting-ish. And then I rolled a dice for it because that's how you solve every problem. Just roll a dice. So I landed on a game called The First Tree. Has a cute fox in it. I don't know what this game is about. I don't know how long this game is. I don't know what's gonna happen today, but we're gonna find out together. Yeah. That's my intro. Let's play a game, shall we? The little soundstage that you've been listening to is just the game title screen. It has little birds chirping and stuff. I didn't try how the game runs, but hopefully it just works. I spent a lot of money on this computer. There is a fox. Oh, I can move the camera already.
Are you awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Why is it giving me...
I'm awake. Sorry, I just can't
controller
sleep.
prompts?
Are you thinking about him?
Yeah, a bit. Usually get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
I don't know. It seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox on a snowy mountain, just looking confused and worried. Those eyes. I can't get those eyes out of my head. She was running in the windy snow, looking for something.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Well, if you're not going to sleep anyway, you should tell me. I want to hear.
All right.
Okay. Apparently we are in someone's dream. I can jump. Twice. Oh, it's a toggle. I can toggle run. That's fun. What's over here? Looks like a little snow-covered picnic area. Someone died in here. Is this another game where someone dies? Why do I always play the games where someone dies? I keep picking the artsy indie games where someone's freaking husband died. Lovely mountain though. Wonderful PNGs. I'm assuming I just had to keep running forward, but my gamer instinct told me to roam around and find something else. Oh, that's the sun. That's the sun and it's bright. Interesting colors for a sunrise. I guess it is a dream. It doesn't have to make sense. Oh.
So, not far from her home, she followed that path to something unexpected.
Well then.
She couldn't stay, though. She had to find her other 2 children. So she took that path. She followed it towards something ancient. Something with answers.
We made it to the title screen.
The fox looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree. It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
The fox looked high. Are these bunnies? These are bunnies. Can I hunt them? Hunt the bunnies. I'm a fox and I'm a danger to your species. I can't hunt the bunnies, but I can follow them though. So I'm supposed to follow the lights. It's impressive how well this guy can remember his dream. I wouldn't be able to. Well, sometimes I do. I guess if it was a weird enough dream, I could remember it. There are some dreams that I remember. There's a massive light beam right in front of us, so let's follow it. Maybe it will be something cool. And not a dead fox.
As a kid, did you ever do show and tell in your class?
Yeah, I think I only did it once, when I was in the 4th grade. You know how my life was around then. I wanted to show my class what helped pass the time and distracted me, so I brought a dozen paper cranes I had made. I think I told everyone how badly I wanted to be a bird and fly, embarrassingly enough.
Don't be embarrassed. Every kid wants to fly. For me, it was another toy from my dad, a wooden boat. I remember guarding it so carefully in my hands as I walked into class. When I sat down, a group of boys immediately made fun of it. They asked which trash can I found it in, or why an ugly log was my favorite toy. When I got up, I didn't even want to tell them my dad had carved it. I said it was a joke gift my friends had given me.
Kids can be so cruel.
Some of them are. I shouldn't have let them get to me, but it did. It's amazing we bounced back at all.
Kids are assholes and no one should have them. Should incubate people until they are teenagers. And then put them to work. There are other shiny things across the mountain. Don't actually incubate your kids. Or 2 if they are born too early, I guess. That is a good incubation. I guess it's not good, it's just useful. It's not good that you have to be in a chamber. Oh, that one's way up there. Well, there's another one on the way. What's a uterus if not an organic incubator? It pretty much is. Humans should have developed the ability to be born from eggs. It would make everything so much easier.
Usually those kids would leave me alone, but somehow they could tell I was different. They made fun of how far away I lived. They called my dad a sourdough. I was a blabbermouth as a kid, telling my dad stories I made up for hours. But after that show and tell, I didn't tell him much anymore. He didn't know exactly what was wrong, but his best guess was that the toys he carved weren't cool enough. He carved me a tank and tried to tell me what it was like to be in a real tank as a serviceman.
I didn't know your dad was in the military.
Yeah, in the army. The sad thing is that I've pretty much forgotten until just now. There's so much I still don't know about him.
I'm
All too
sorry.
late now.
He knows how much you love him. You're going to see him again soon and have some closure, I'm sure.
Hello, Snacks. Welcome. I've managed to choose a game about a sad man and his dream about a fox running around a mountain. So we'll see how this goes. Also, I can double jump. Lovely atmosphere, though. A duck. I imagine there's no fall damage. I guess we'll find out together. There isn't. Is he a sad man dreaming he's a fox, or fox who dreamt he was a sad man? As far as we know right now, this sad man had a dream about a fox, not a fox about a dream. But maybe the twist will be that this sad man is actually a fox with a weird human consciousness. There's lots of like playground stuff happening. And so our job is to collect all the memories right now. Fox about had sad dream man. Dream sad fox man. Dream sad fox man. That's what you say when you're saying farewell to someone.
The older I got, the more I withdrew. I asked myself, why talk to anybody anyway? Why bother when I'm happy by myself?
Mood.
I started drawing a lot, mostly animals I saw in the woods by my home. I then imagined designing my own hideouts with things like TVs and pantries full of chips and cookies. I think that idea of leaving home and drawing blueprints started my career. I found a lot of solace in that.
I'm not surprised, but I did the same thing, you know? There's something special about having a place to call your own.
And now look at us. Well, if you count renting in an overpriced city.
It's as close as we can get for now.
Isn't every city overpriced? Don't like the way he said Solace. Come on, Fox, go up the mountain. I missed the shiny. Damn it, I'm gonna have to go all the way around. Why? Come on, Fox, be the Dragon Born you were meant to be. Having shelter should be free. It should be free. I do understand that there are expenses that come with having to manage a living space, but it's not worth that much. Ooh, a broken swing. Why is that hand? That Donald Duck hat? I think it is. Landlord is not a real job. It can be if you're not an asshole. It just happens to be that every landlord seems to be an asshole, which is upsetting. What are these? Like pegboards with little drawings of water guns? And a clock. It's currently 10:10. What an upsetting time. Could be 11:11. I don't see any more shinies on this part of the mountain. So we'll go down the mountain where the other shinies are. Or we can take a detour and see what that white square is. It's a table and some books from Joseph. I guess our guy is called Joseph. Unless that's some other Joseph. Our sad man is Coffee. I hope he's hot. Who's Joe?
Dad did for a living?
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
That's one way of putting it. If wood was a canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working a 50-hour week, even after his hands were more splinters than skin, he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys. That wooden train was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack, like my father.
So was he a lumberjack or not? He made it sound like his dad wasn't actually a lumberjack, and then went ahead and be like, yeah, my dad was actually a lumberjack. This is a vehicle. Looks like a military vehicle with missing wheels. I wonder if the first lumberjack was just called Jack, and lumber was his nickname. People are more than just their profession. No. Actually, yeah. I have no funny way of contesting that statement. Oh, fade to black. We lost consciousness. Oh. Well, winter is over. New biome unlocked. What is this, Minecraft? Lots of butterflies.
My teenage years were full of sketching, angst, and trouble. I wasn't popular or unpopular. Maybe just forgettable. I guess that gave me a sense of freedom. So I hung out with crazy kids, doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue. We did it all. Put fireworks in mailboxes, hide roadkill in people's garages, break windows of the barber shop in Anchorage. My dad was furious, but he was so busy working he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
I think being an adult means there's no one to stop you making hard decisions. He had to make a living, and he couldn't be in two places at once.
Yeah, I realize that now. But at the time, I was sure he was more interested in growing his business than what was going on with me.
Well, you were an asshole. Actually, you were just hanging out with the asshole kids, so... You weren't actually doing anything wrong, you were just... watching a very... dangerous show on TV. I want to get up there. Do I have to go around in order to get up there? I guess I have to. Or maybe. It's my double jump, Fox. Oh, here we go. You are what you eat. Must be the tits. You are the tits. And I hope your diet never changes. What was that? Butterfly plus... What? I don't understand. I don't understand the prompt. Circular butterfly. I guess it's telling me that I can jump in a direction. I don't understand. Thank you for writing that as a quote. Ooh, a different kind of shiny. Oh, here's the butterflies. I guess the butterflies give me a higher jump. I hope collecting all of the shinies yield some sort of I don't know if reward is the right word, but something different.
He was working another late night, and my friends were over, saying how bored they were and how they'd come all the way out to my house for nothing. One of them mentioned how that old, ugly beyond belief truck was still in the garage, and how we should take it for a spin. I was only 15, so I kind of fought it for a while. The next thing I knew, we were craning around the mountain path, rocks spitting onto the sides of the cliff, while my dad's cringeworthy bluegrass blared out the speakers. I drove while my friends were in the back of that yellow and purple truck, throwing beer bottles and trash at anything remotely interesting. Felt like I was soaring in the air with borrowed wings. But all good things have endings. A cop outside of Eagle River pulled us over after he saw us send a bottle rocket into someone's yard. What followed was a long night of talking to disappointed adults and feeling smaller than ever.
Well, that's what happens when you steal someone's vehicle. Can't confirm I have an excellent task. Thank you. I appreciate that. I walk a lot. I also end up carrying a lot of weight when I'm walking because I usually go to the supermarket across town. That's an incredible waterfall. I'm not entirely sure where it's coming from. Oh, I fell. Well, there's no way back up, I guess. There's more butterflies around. Get a baby ox, carry it on your back to the supermarket every day for years until it's fully grown. Get buff. That is the strategy.
After he drove me home from the police station, I blew up at him, saying how I never wanted to be like him, how I was gonna be someone and leave that hick icebox for good. He just looked forward at the road with tired eyes. I took out that bluegrass tape from the cassette deck and chucked it out the window. In my sage teenage wisdom, I thought I proved the ultimate point. But my dad had a different idea. He slammed the brakes, slowly bowed his head while gripping the steering wheel, and finally looked at me. All he said, like it was a polite request, was, "Make this right." I sat there in silence, fuming, but I eventually got out and combed every square inch of the woods, muttering profanity after profanity. I found it 30 minutes later, near a small waterfall off the road. I went back to the truck, put the wet tape back in, and sure enough it worked. We didn't speak another word to each other the rest of the night.
Wow, I knew you were a crazy teenager, but...
It's hard to believe, isn't it? It surprises me too. It's like I didn't really know who that kid was back then. I bet my dad thought the same thing over and over. It's almost like he was saying, make this right to himself, more than to me.
I don't know what's the actual intended way to go across these places, but I'm just gonna do whatever feels right. I guess this is the truck that they almost trashed. Pretty big truck. Love the color scheme. Purple and yellow. Don't know if I would be much of a truck person. I don't like it when cars get loud. I don't like it when most things get loud, if I'm honest. Big truck or small fox? I don't know, the proportions of things are really wacky. I guess because this is a dream. I don't know what was the point of those butterflies. Oh, nothing behind the waterfall. It's the gaming crime. But there doesn't seem to be anything around the waterfall. And I got everything back up. Nope, there's something underneath the rocks. There is definitely something underneath the rocks that I almost missed. Yoink. Those are butterflies. Oh, I bet I need butterflies in order to grab this one. Yep. Can I just walk up? I can't just walk up. Yeah, I fucked it up. Gimme. I have a waterfall if you're not gonna put a cool gate behind it, right? That's such a missed opportunity. Hi there, Marlo. Shiny light to you. I hope you're doing alright. We're playing The Last Tree, a game that appears to be about a sad man and him remembering things about his former years as a teenager or something. I will assume I got everything in this little portion of the game. Oh, I need... Wait. I can't get up there. Oh, I can grab multiple butterflies? That seems... impossible. Thought for a second I was gonna say his former dad. I haven't learned enough about this man's life. Maybe he did have a different dad. Instead of saying that one of your family members died, you can just say that they are your former something. How am I supposed to get multiple butterflies? I guess I can get this one first. And then this one. And then that one over there. That seems correct. I know you have
My friends
long
would laugh
walk.
about that night and talk about how crazy it was. And I laughed along, pretending it didn't bother me. But it did. I imagined my friends growing old in the bush, unable to find that thrill in those godforsaken ice fields. It's like those mountains were a literal wall, keeping me from leaving, where all I would have to look forward to are lumber yards and evening beers. I had to climb over. That was my only goal for a long time.
And we did. We have a lot of formal parental figures, and only most of them are dead. I guess some people have more former dads than others.
If there was some way I could take my love of drawing and turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down. I wanted to move to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska, but I hated the idea of it. It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years. I put so much energy into doing what others didn't expect of me. Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination is all that matters in the end. But then why am I awake? Why am I seeing this fox go on her journey? And why can't I stop thinking about my dad?
I had to wait for that dialogue to disappear because I wanted to look at these cool wolf drawings. I wish I could have better control on my camera. But these are some very cool foxes. Well, actually wolves. Yes. Wolves. Mothers you have multiples of? Oh, okay. Is this gonna transition again? I don't see any shinies. Oh, there's a tree over there. Is this game gonna last like literally an hour? That would be interesting. None of them are good though. They might make about 0.9 of a mother between them. That's unfortunate. Ow. Well, clearly I have to go over there, but first I must go the other way and collect all the shiny things I see. For it is my duty. What was that sound? I felt like a song was gonna start and then it didn't. Oh, there's some stuff back there. Goody wars, goody 0.9 of a nerf down, mother. Those are words. I I wish Earthbound wasn't a turn-based RPG. I would love to play it, but it just takes entirely too long for me. Time to continue climbing weird mountains and cliffs. Okay. Did I miss all the other intermittent shiny lights? Or is that the first one in the game? I guess we'll find out. Then you'll be linked to the Undertale universe, and that would be cool. I don't know. Well, I don't know enough about the Undertale universe to know how good that would be. I feel like a lot of tragedies happen in that universe. Hi there, Fuke. Shiny day to you. Most of the usual people are here. What's this? Another deflated campsite. Why is this tent so flat? It will be a nightmare to use. Fewer tragedies happening in many eras, but decent friendships seem to win a lot, which is pretty neat, and determination is king. As someone who runs on FU energy, I feel like you too well. You know what? Yes. In a universe where not giving up is the answer to all of your problems, then you would probably do fairly well. What's this shack? Are we gonna learn about his dad's farm or something? We'll see.
On our property, there were old abandoned pieces of a shed and car long left unused. I used to ask him all the time who those people were that left all this junk. And I'm sure he got so tired of hearing it that he made up some elaborate stories how a brown bear ate them and haunted the woods afterwards. What's funny is I think it made those people seem more real. Growing up thinking they were still hanging out like they couldn't say goodbye. I used to tell my friends how I could swear I saw spirits move near the water, and that always freaked them out. I guess it didn't bother me, because the way I saw it, they were normal people with old cars and sheds, just trying to figure out how to survive and be happy in the middle of nowhere. It was a cool thought that they didn't want to leave, but you know, I was a weird kid.
Well, you had good company since those ghosts like living in a place where they were brutally devoured.
What a wholesome conversation. There shinies up that rock. Oh. No. Hold on. Let me try that again. That didn't go the way I thought it would. There we go. Now, where's my double jump? I'm supposed to have a double jump. Can I do it too late? No. You just fucked me out of my double jump. I have 59 shinies, only 10 to go. Of cold, I should probably... I was cold earlier today, but now it's starting to get warm again. So I'm gonna put my air conditioning on. I was almost stuck there for a second. Where else haven't I gone? I guess I'm just gonna keep going around. You made cheesecake and brownies for Stitch Grove and you were nervous about the cheesecake, but they all got eaten, so you're proud? Hell yeah. I got a surprising amount of enjoyment out of the pineapple cheesecake that Lep made while I was there. Not much of a cheese person, but that one's just creamy and good. Shovel before temp drops again. You procrastinated this long. A few weeks, but then again, Monday will be minus 25. Jesus.
Even at my most distant, at the times when I detested him the most, he kept reaching out. For a year straight, he asked me every week when we were going camping. I thought he was just dense. Eventually, to shut him up, I agreed. We carried out the worn lawn chairs from the garage and set up a cinder block campfire at the site we'd always used behind the house. We walked down the mountain path, talking in the warm sunshine we only got a couple months of the year. Those 3 obsidian rocks shimmered alongside the shore, almost like sparklers pressed against a dark window. I'll never forget that wet stone on my feet, or how those massive mountains looked even bigger in the lake's reflection. I felt small, but grateful. As the sun set, my dad found something I hadn't seen for a long time. The tree where I'd made my first carving when I was 6. I hadn't even carved it. My dad had helped me, but I still called it my tree. Something about seeing my name there made me open up, and we talked about everything that night in that old camouflage tent. I told him how much I loved sketching and design, and how it would be a dream to study architecture in Seattle. I told him how I didn't get along with my friends much anymore, but that I didn't mind being alone. He told me he was there for me, and he joked that if all he had to do was write my name on a tree to finally get me to talk, he would have left me carved logs with novels on them in front of my room every morning. I don't know why it took me that long to realize it, but it was then I knew how much he had sacrificed for me.
Sometimes you just have to stop and carve a tree. Don't actually. Unless it's for a deep emotional reason. In which case, I guess that's okay. This place is huge. I don't see many carved trees around here. Oh, that's an ambulance. Oh, the last one. It sounded like something was moving. Like a passage that opened. Nice. Is this button working? That's not the button. Is this button working? It is. Nice. I pressed the wrong button, but now I got it. Oh, no. I got 69 shinies? Ah, oh, hell yeah. Thank you. I completely forgot about that number. If I'm honest with you. I made the comment when I got 59 and then I completely forgot to check on it. I don't know if I can like check it in any way, nope. I cannot. There might be a way, I just don't feel like pressing buttons. I guess I have to go all the way around. Unless, no. I do have to go all the way around. You only know this because I mentioned it earlier. I'm glad at least one of us is paying attention. Collectively, between all of us, one person is paying attention. There's a restaurant called Savage Giraffe on your food delivery app. Giraffes can be very savage. Have you seen them fight? They go fucking wild. Oh, there's a shiny over there. And we're no longer at 69. My life is ruined. Let's go back the way we came, because there was a larger shiny that I saw from a distance, and now I don't know where it is. Giraffes are only really a threat to each other though. Literally anything else can take a giraffe. I feel like most other animals can outrun a giraffe. Well, that didn't make it. Libby, hello! Shiny day to you. I hope you're doing well. The big shiny was the rock. But what does that mean? Can I do something with this rock? Can I carry it? No. I guess it was just signifying where that was. Makes sense why it didn't show up when I was close, because there was no reason for me to see it up close. Come on, Fox. Get up there. Get up. Fucking A. I have to go all the way around. You can always take a giraffe out for dinner. Or teach them how to dance on a tightrope. Anyone could take a giraffe and just trip them. Hello there! Freckles, yes. I remember. I hope I remembered. Can't help but smile at how enthusiastic this community is. Greeting people, yeah. We love it when people are here. And we love it when they exist. No trespassers. Well, you know what I have to say to that. Fuck you, sign. Meeting's finally over. Told them about the presentation. Oh, fun. If you give a mouse a cookie, you take a giraffe out for dinner. So I put my brain, make sure you forgot when I streamed, so that you missed more. I'm sorry. I did take quite a bit of time away.
We were happiest underneath the evergreens. We decided it was time to finally map out the hundreds of acres we lived on just to pass the time during the summer. He was only free in the evenings, so I would spend the day wasting time on dial-up internet and sketching, and then we would rush into the woods, pen and map in hand, before evening fell. Sometimes, the aurora borealis would cast a cold green glow on the mountainside, and we would finish our route underneath a twilight sky. Sometimes I was lonely during those summer days, but there was comfort in the routine.
A lot of teenagers aren't looking for the daily grind, though. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get out, to leave your childhood home. You wanted to progress, to make something of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. That house. I'm sure it's the same as how I left it. But then why does it feel so different?
I doubt you're the only adult to have looked back and asked that question.
The subtitles had an extra line of dialogue. I'm sorry to hear that, Rob. It's never an easy thing to go through. You have to remount the milk as a little ref. What's a Twitch? Honestly, I feel like it's best if you don't hang out on Twitch as much. Step away from your computer. Ride a bicycle. Take a giraffe out to dinner. Where is Rev? She actually was live yesterday. She's been trying to organize her time and figuring out how she's gonna approach things. She was also very busy with IRL work. You have a bicycle? Do you steal one?
Stuff
Yes.
in his free time. If If he wasn't watching fly fishing or reading Tom Clancy novels, he was carving something. He made tons of birdhouses. Not that he was into bird watching, but I think he really missed working and adding on to the home. If he couldn't afford the time to build onto our own house, he would have to settle with watching birds move into their little homes. We kept an old mattress in the bed of that ugly yellow truck, so we would drive it deep into the woods and then watch the birds fly into their houses while the sun set. Usually it was accompanied by venison jerky or a cold Coke, but not a lot of talking, which is how we both liked it.
Ew, Coke. Try the bicycle, they said to the Dutch person. You got to. I need to figure out if I actually know how to ride a bicycle. I did do some basic learning years ago. I believe Lab offered to help me learn for realsies. But we didn't have access to a bicycle. Also, fuck riding a bicycle in Texas. It's entirely too hot. Oh, here's a tree with my name on it. If you think about riding a bike, once you know, you know. The thing is I don't know if I know. Because I haven't, like, ridden my bicycle for it, or it wasn't even my bicycle, it was a borrowed bicycle. But I haven't ridden it for extended periods of time. So I don't know if I properly learned. To be fair, it isn't particularly hard to ride one. I eventually was able to stay on the bike. It only took like a few days of trying. Maybe a week. I just haven't had enough hours on a bike to confidently say that I know how to ride one. But I'm sure with another day or two of riding around, I'd be okay with saying it. So if you haven't met anyone as chronically tense as you are, can't swim because your body just sinks. My body just sinks in general. I don't know what's up with my body. I can't float. The few times I've tried to swim, I'm not able to float. And I don't know what's the secret. How I gotten all of the shinies? There's another shiny thing over there. Shiny beacon over here. Is it the same shiny beacon I was looking at earlier behind the rocks? I think it is. It appears to be. I'm very confused because I did hear rocks moving when I opened that third one, but I can't seem to find anything relevant around that. Oh, it's just another beacon for one of those. Okay. I guess they weren't particularly hard to find because there are giant beacons telling you where they are. What was the purpose of them? I don't know. What is the purpose of anything? Either to bike if you're unsure of yourself because you end up overcorrecting for balance. Yeah. A lot about riding a bike is just letting the bike do its physics thing. Which is not something that... It's very intuitive at first, and then you're like, oh, this just works. This is just the bike does most of the work. You have to go swimming. We just need to build you a pool. So you don't have to swim near other people. Okay, I'm gonna move on. There's a wolf at the end of this.
Trader stood nearby, unfazed, like nothing was wrong. My dad is dead. And he's never coming back, Rachel. I can tell you these stories, but I can never reminisce with him again. He can never hold a grandchild that we'll probably never be able to have. I can never talk to him again, and I'll never be able to say I'm sorry for everything.
This is the story about someone's former dad. Would you look at that? I always end up playing the game about someone who died. Last game was literally called I Am Dead. Actually, Moonglow Bay had the dead partner. So much death. Lifeguard at an indoor pool anywhere. It was so nice to enter the hot pool in the winter. I think that's all the shines along the way. I imagine there are a total of 100. It seems like the story is nearing the end. I think I had a couple games lined up, I guess, because it seems like this one's not gonna last terribly long. Had a hot bath earlier, dried off, and then got into clothes a bit in the radiator. Bloss. I like Bloss. Lots of running on this one. Haven't bathed in eons. I've never taken a bath. Baths are not something that we have the luxury of having around here. Closest I've gotten is sitting on the bathtub when I was in the US. But there wasn't water in it, I was just sitting there. When we get a place, it'll be big enough for a workshop, have an office, room for a private pool, yes, a basement for a gym, and a bath. There's one more memory around here. What's it gonna be about?
I need to go to bed. I just can't talk about this anymore. Good night.
I ran all of that just for that. Well then. Ooh, food. I love food. Kinda wanna get something greasy to eat. Oh.
Joseph, you can't go to sleep feeling like this. I'm sorry for everything, and I know you need space, but I'm here for you. You don't need to feel so lost.
Drop
Joseph,
Oh.
have I ever told you what my mother was like?
Drop date for Vox Machina Season 2 was announced. January 20th. Hell yeah. You let yourself take one bath recently when you had a cold? My sister had been trying to find a way to fit some sort of water container in the shower so she can sit in water. Our shower is not very big, so it's been a challenge.
You know what it's like not to have a mom at home. And you know how hard that made my childhood. What helped me was watching the birds in the morning before the school bus came. I thought that my mother was one of those birds, and it made me want to be free like her. My mom taught me how to fold origami cranes while she was in the hospital. So I told myself I would fold one every day until I could fly myself.
So not only is this the story of a former dad, this is also the story of a former mom. Equal opportunity death. You broke your hip when you were 16, so you mostly have baths in winter, especially when it's freezing temperature because your hip seizes up easily. Are you missing out by not watching 90% of pop culture like Vox Machina or Hollywood? I don't know, because I'm the same. There's a lot that I haven't watched, and I've been watching things with Lap, and they're fun, but I feel like they've been more fun because I've been watching them with someone rather than just the nature of the show itself.
I think we both have always loved animals, and for me that love started with a dog. Sometimes this Rottweiler would come up to our property line and wait at the fence for me, but only once in a while. I was sure to check every day immediately after school, and it usually ended in disappointment. I would even steal money from my passed-out dad just so I could buy these off-brand dog biscuits. Even when she did stop by, she never went beyond the fence. Why was she so scared?
Other people's memes generally work just as well as watching the actual thing. In a lot of cases, the meme summarizes the... If you only care about what happened, you can probably check out Tumblr and you'll get a better summary.
I think my dad was the opposite of your dad in almost every way, except he was in the military as well. He coped with alcohol of every kind. The trailer started falling apart, he got angry, and I withdrew. More and more, I became the weird, quiet kid who made lots of origami birds and carried dog biscuits around. I think we were pretty similar when it came to being the weird kids. And that same sincerity in college was one of the reasons I was so drawn to you.
How does Tumblr work? I don't know. I wish I could tell you. Why is my chat not showing sub badges? I'm gonna have to fix it.
Life got worse and worse. And at one point, I really didn't think I could survive another day with my soul still intact. I had no real friends, let alone neighbors, since we lived in the middle of nowhere. I should have talked to my teacher, but I was scared what he would do if he found out. As I waited for the school bus one morning, I walked around until I found something in an abandoned shed. Something I can't put into words.
The concept of trying to explain Tumblr, it's like trying to explain Drawfee. Drawfee is the new Tumblr. You have waffles? Damn. You tried and all you came up with is Tumblr works like Tumblr.
I summoned courage I didn't know I had, and I broke into my dad's room and found the key to the shed where he had locked my bike. I'll never forget that feeling of the wind rushing by my ears as the sun rose over fields of wheat. I was flying for the first time. I biked as far as my legs could take me until I found a house that felt friendly and that felt like home. Those strangers helped me in so many ways. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have found my foster family. And if it wasn't for my parents, I wouldn't have met you.
I've been on Tumblr for like 8 years and you can't tell us. Tumblr is like life journal and DeviantArt had a baby and then gave it a ball pit for its birthday. Oh. Forest inbound.
You have strength, Joseph, and you're not as alone as you think.
It's all just so pointless. Just waiting for life to happen. It's like having the home I always wanted is cursed out of my reach. The thought of being a parent myself. How could I do that when I couldn't even be a good son? I'm sorry. I know what you're saying. I just don't know how things will work out. These quiet hours will turn into years. We'll wonder which roads passed us by.
Then we'll forge a new road together. Besides, I discovered for myself that one fateful morning where any hopeful road leads to. There may be thorns and mist, but it always leads to the same thing.
And what's that?
Family.
Family.
I'm so glad that you're part of my family, Rachel.
And I'm glad you're part of mine.
That's 90. Are there any more around here? I feel like there must be. There's no way they didn't hide shit around here. I feel like Drophy could host a small convention. I guess the live shows were a small convention, huh? Now Julia will try to organize everything herself and die. Well, the fact that Julia would overwork herself doesn't mean that they couldn't. You have to go do things and talk to strangers? Oh no. That's a bunny. And the fox. And people in the military. And I forgot how these animals are called. One of these. And more abstract foxes. And abstract people and flowers. Moose. Oh, thank you. What's wrong with that sheep? Reindeer? I don't actually know the difference between a moose, a reindeer, and an elk. I think it's the other one. America. Moose get eaten by orcas? Damn. Imagine being a land animal and your only predator is a fucking whale. Reindeer have thinner faces. They're like horned deer. Moose and elk are the same, but look a bit more big-faced and big generally. Okay. Time to run to the other side of this island and see where the shinies are. Not Solid and Elk are the same. There's probably a reason why they have different names. I don't know if they're different enough for me to care. Or because we'll eat anything. I mean, it's the same. To an extent. An elk just beat deer plus. Elk and moose are the same species. There's a species of deer which is also referred to as elk. Okay. I was going to say don't fuck with moose, but just don't fuck with wildlife. True. Saying hello. Shiny day to you. I hope you're doing alright. Fireplace. I'm playing a game called The Last Tree, which apparently is about someone's former dad and someone's former mom. And we've established that former person is just someone who died. Unlike giraffes, if you try to take a moose, you will lose. I found the fireplace. Hippos haven't taken over the world because they just don't give enough of a shit. Giraffes are easy, just let them follow you with their head around their legs. They tie themselves up. Lickety split. I like that punctuation phrase. Can you take a moose out to dinner? You can try. I imagine you will become the dinner though. I have the feeling that will be your last dinner. Oh, speaking of moose. When you learn that moose can swim. Meese can swim? That's incredible. Meese can swim with their knees. Are we working on tongue twisters now? I feel like I'm preparing for like a show and I have to say my vocal warm-ups. Oh, this is a deer. Oh, look at them. Why are your teeth showing? Why do you have such toothy grin? They're like mocking me. Going to get some water and go shovel. Wish Fuke luck. Good luck, Fuke. I hope you don't get covered in snow. Finally, most misspelling when losers lose just bothers you so much. I have to thoroughly scream every time Pav does it because you corrected it once and you want to be annoying about it. Luckily, part of my training as a teacher requires me not to snap at people misspelling things. Although you try not to judge people about it, you specifically have the same thing with off instead of have. Oh, I see. Yeah. I don't see people make or doing that as often. But I can see why people would do it. Oh, there's more than 100. What the fuck? Are you gonna have me pick 101? Specifically, intentionally relax your typing style to be more friendly, which leads to more mistakes. You have dyslexic friends. And you understand on some level it can be a form of classes, and so really try not to. Whenever I want to infer urgency, I intentionally leave spelling mistakes, just like me not typing the right letters. This fox can jump. It can. I believe it's a she. It was a mom. Well, there's definitely more than 100. How many though? I do not know. Is that why you hate it? One time was a guy following you and you were kind of interested, and then he said off instead of have, and you literally made a Windows shutdown noise. How to turn off snags. Make spelling mistakes. Make clearly wrong spelling mistakes. I can see why everyone finds me so sexy, man, because my grammar is impeccable. That's what it is. I understand now.
The fox knew her last cub would be waiting for her at the first tree. She was almost there. The rain cascaded onto the jade valley where the entrance to the tree was. Life was protected there, because that's where life began. It was now only a mother and a daughter left. Items from my life still dotted the ground as she moved closer to her destination and destiny.
You're literally about to tap out that you feel incredibly spoiled because I not only don't care when you correct me, I insist that you do it. Yeah. I just like being right. Or not being right, but the thing is that language is very important for communication. It sounds kind of obvious, but it's how it goes. And proper usage of language leads to less misunderstandings. And one, I'm a sucker for proper communication. I like getting messages across very cleanly. And I hate when people misunderstand. Or I hate being misunderstood for stupid things. So being able to properly communicate makes everything easier. Kinda wanna denigrate would have more consideration of grammar doesn't make sense. But then you think of some other language and you just can't. For example, Spanish. Antes de hacer algo. Oh. Spanish has so many phrases that make absolutely zero sense. Do I just jump down? Bypass the argument by shorting it to I should have done this. That's even I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 5 years that becomes more of a thing, because that's what happened to Ghana got shortened so much, or going to got shortened so much that it became Ghana. So I wouldn't be surprised at that if shoulda becomes a thing. There's the phrase shoulda, coulda, woulda. There is. I'm all the time. SpongeBob being eyed on my head out. Eh. Dang, we only have the word okay because deliberately misspelling all correct, then shorting it to okay was a meme like 100 years ago. You are the judge. A curmudgeonly? Curmudgeonly? I don't know that word. You went too fancy for my brain. I want the shiny. Please give me the shiny. Now I missed it. Yes, lap. I don't remember you using that word. If you do, I completely missed it. This entire time we've met each other. Curmudgeonly? It's like a grump. Real old fucker. A real get off my lawn type. Do I have even ever listened to you? Do you want the real answer or the joke answer? I want this shiny. Yes. Okay. I try not to listening to you, but your voice just resonates in my head. It's a real problem. Please give me the shiny. I can't fucking believe this. It's right there. Just give it to me. Oh. I did it. Don't worry everyone, I did it. That's why you give up on every name your DM introduces in your campaign. English phonetics are not real to you. Yeah, they do be kind of fuggy.
At the end of high school, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Drive. I looked into the best architecture schools on the West Coast and got a dose of reality when looking at other students' portfolios and the high cost of tuition. I still wanted to be something, to be the next Alvaro Siza, and to make those thousands of sketches worth something in my grand history. But now even an internship sounds impossible. Siza helped me understand how essential emotion is in architecture, and he also said light is the real composer of space. I like to think these glints of light, like not finding a job, or even a strange dream about a fox, are something I should be thankful for, even if the illuminated space is something I'm less than comfortable with.
So this is the part of the game when this man is battling to... well, actually... Are we in the present now? Is he sad because he can't get into architecture, or he's sad because it took so fucking hard to get into architecture? A murder? Well, shit. Type exclamation point join in chat for a chance of getting 1,000 points that right now are worthless, but you can gamble with them if you really want to. I should say for legal reasons that it's not real currency and you're not getting actual money for gambling with it. Makes the numbers big and satisfying like your dictionary. You can say it's your dick, Snaggle. You're allowed to say that your dick is big and satisfying. Factory snacks. You don't have to hide it. There's no shaming here. You won't want to oversell it. That's what men are for. Damn. burn. Get them seeds to feed the squirrels outside and train them to do your bidding. Have an army of squirrels. That would be amazing. No one would ever guess that a squirrel attacked you. Oh. Hang on, dear fox. Hang on. You can climb that. Don't worry. There we go. Easy. There's a house on the hill. No, actually, that's a lumber mill. Yes. There's a lumber mill on the hill. Am I going there? I don't think I am. Or maybe. You don't have the spoons to watch streams yourself and you will yell about it. Good. Just point them to the Discord.
My dad was super supportive with my college plans. To a point. Things were okay until this terrible accident happened. I guess a forklift flipped over due to a bad axle, and it crushed one of the workers there. My dad didn't eat for days, even though he wasn't directly involved. It devastated him. Not only did it hurt the business, but it just freaked him out. He would talk in his sleep, muttering things about firing people and saying sorry. One fateful day he approached me, said that since my school search wasn't going well, I should finally be a man and take over the family business. He said one day he was going to die, and that all of his work, sacrifice, and even that man's life would be wasted in vain. I just lost it. Teenage me just exploded at the thought. I screwed up. I said things I shouldn't have. He was having a crisis, and I pretty much spit in his face.
Yeah, but the crisis wasn't your fault. You both reacted poorly. It's gotta be my short answer to that. Oh, Lab won the murder. It's been a while. The last few have been won by other people. There's a shiny over there. Oh, that's the house. I guess that's where I'm going. Back to the house. Back to the future. Interesting. I guess this is not where I was going. That's your problem, is your house is buried in the dirt. Just try resurfacing it. I really don't like Twitch's implementation of threads. They are very confusing. Because it always shows the first comment of the thread rather than the last one, so it always seems like you're responding to the first one instead of following the thread. It's really annoying. Why did I think that's a terrible idea for live chat? It is an interesting idea for larger chats where messages go by. So if you're responding to someone, you can see what they are responding to. But the way they are implemented right now, you can't do that at a glance. You have to open the thread. So much like everything on Twitch, it's an interesting concept that was implemented poorly. Ow. I had to crack my elbow back in place. I don't know where I'm going, to be honest. I imagine this layer of vinyl is like a very satin. You know that thing where, like, how glue looks when you leave it on a surface to dry and it gets all shiny and transparent? That's what this looks like. That ain't water. I did come from over there. Interesting concept for implementation. That's how you describe your approach to relationships. Ouch. Yes, bones are trying to escape. All of my skeleton is always trying to escape. You haven't heard me reassemble myself in the morning. Quite the task. Am I going up the mountain? Like a Lego set. About as crispy as a Lego set. Everything just snaps into place. Okay, so I came from that valley. I went around there, but it seemed like a dead end. And I don't see any beacons or other shiny lights. So I'm confused as to where I'm supposed to go. I guess I'm just gonna jump on my way back and see what's up. Change your headphones after the meeting and or an hour ago because you recall again that you don't have to use your non-work headphones again. Neat. Got some houseworky stuff while you still got the spoons. Enjoy your houseworky stuff, although I assume you want it very much, but I hope it's productive. With luck. Yes. The entire hood wishes you luck. Where am I supposed to go? Where am I? There's a shiny over there, okay. I've found more shinies. And that has seemed to be... Oh, there's more over there. I guess I have to go around this place. I'm very curious as to what the extra shinies are for. That's an ambulance. I guess to signify the memory of that one guy who got crushed by a forklift. Very quiet, peaceful rain going on. I enjoy this. Ambiance. I do think the environments in this game are a little too big. A lot of running around for no real reason. But we did find another memory. Is this him again kicking himself for not knowing what to do at the right time? That one time? Because I have those thoughts all the time. Yoink. Yoink.
Was that the last time you talked to him?
No, I called on holidays, and he would call on my birthday. I guess we acted like nothing ever happened, which was stupid. Didn't want to ask about his lumberyard, and I'm sure he didn't want to ask about my job search. I never went back and visited. I think the last conversation we had was about what movies we had seen and what exactly a best boy is in the credits. I thought he would be here so much longer.
Well, you never know. We live with the choices we make. The last... No, this is called the first tree. I don't remember what this game is called. The first tree, okay. I was about to say, is the last tree in reference of the last tree they cut, but this game is called the first tree, not the last tree. Oh, that's the last cup.
In the distance, the first tree illuminated the wasteland. She couldn't go home anymore. She did the only thing she was capable of. Moving forward. My dad died alone in the middle of the wilderness. I should have been talking to him more. I should have done a lot of things differently.
If the first tree on Earth brought life with it, if it taught the birds to sing and fly and showed saplings how to grow, what could it do for us?
I don't know where this is going. Got a question for the neurotypicals and non-ADD urgent after you drop stuff, knock stuff over? Not very often. I knock things, but I don't drop things. I say knock as in I sometimes knock into something but without having it fall over. I don't know if that's
There was a letter I received yesterday from a name I didn't recognize, with a quote I can't stop thinking about. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. More and more, I'm realizing one important truth. Each of us have our own journey to the first tree. But sometimes I'm not sure I'm ready to take that first step.
You already have my love.
Skate Canada just announced a policy change of the definition of pair skating so that I can include it to athletes. As previously defined as a man and a woman. Ooh, nice. But yeah, I knock into things, but I don't. They don't fall. Like I stop myself quickly enough, and I generally don't drop things. I didn't look around to see if there were shinies around the tree. I kind of just went for it. The first tree awakens and just... Let me try that again. The first tree awakens and gently asks if there is one last message the fox wants to tell her children. She replies back and says, "Oh, the amount of shinies is how long the message can be, right? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Huh. What would the fox want to tell her children?" By the way, her children are all dead. They were killed by a wolf. Context for what's happening right here. What does the fox say? He wants your Twitter idea. You have to click around the website to collect shinies, and that's how long your tweets can be. I'm tempted to just write "we live with the choices we make," but they kinda just died without that being their choice. If I needed to give advice to my dead kids, what would I... well, not advice, but like one final message to my children. The problem with this part of the game is that I don't have children and I don't feel a strong connection to little humans. I won't say that I don't care for them, because realistically it's not their fault that they're small and annoying. And it's your job as a parent to make them less small and less annoying. wish I made the time we had as good as it could have been. Is that your suggestion, Nadine? Okay. You're gonna do a quote, aren't you? Okay, it's too long to be just a quote. Okay. I'm gonna go with what Nadine said, because she... Wish I made the time we had... Nope. Had... As good as it could have... Could have... Could have... As it could have been. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'll make it cut off. No.
I guess her journey was over. But I have no idea. It was only a dream. A distraction from tomorrow.
I don't think dreams normally bring back to memory so many important feelings. Maybe it was just a dream, but it was also a gift.
Yeah, I suppose. But tomorrow we're getting on a plane to the last place on Earth I want to be. The only person that would have made the trip worth it is gone.
You're going to see him and be with him one last time before you say goodbye. I have one last quote for you by Emerson, sealed in an imaginary letter from me to you. It is the secret of the world that all things subsist and do not die, but only retire a little from sight and afterward return again. Go to sleep, my love. We have a big day tomorrow, but I'll be there with you every step of the way.
Thank you. Thanks for listening. Good night, Rachel.
Good night, Joseph.
Well, that was a game. I'm sure that would have been made more emotional if I had children and or a strong connection to my family. Oh, is there more? There's an epilogue. Is he gonna die now? Can't look around. Is there a fox out my window? Oh, the camera sensitivity is so weird when you're in the first person. Hold on, let me fix that. That's Rachel. Oh. Door went through me. Bedroom. Vase. Oh, I can go outside. Hold on. Before I go outside, let me check the rest of my house. Bathroom. The very tiny toilet. A bathtub. 2 sinks, but only one of them has a mirror. That's a little annoying. Is there a baby? It doesn't seem like there's a baby. Or, well, maybe. There's not a baby in here, but there could be a baby. Dude, you're supposed to be an architect. The fuck kind of house is this? Actually, they did want to have their own place. Is this their own place? It doesn't seem like there's a baby. Immediately walks into a baby room. I'm used to the more... Oh, the fireplace. I'm used to the more... the louder babies. I imagine they want to have a kid. But she doesn't... I can't tell how pregnant she is, if at all. Why do I have a 315 on my username? It was just a number I typed. I don't have any particular reason for that number to exist. Oh, I have my dad's truck. Interesting. 315 and you 420. iTruck, moving you coast to coast at a value deal. I hope you're more reliable than U-Haul. I'm just curious because Twitch/Khaztaroth isn't taken. I kind of like the 315. I kind of like the numbers on my... I guess I could make another account and save that username, but realistically I don't mind not having the numbers. Or I don't mind having the numbers. I don't really feel like securing anyway, so we can have an imposter, I guess. I can do that. Can't walk off a cliff. Good to know. I'm very you secure and then post it as me. Well, oh, I can't go this way. I'm not doing it right now, so you do have enough time to quickly secure it and post it as me. This is not an endorsement for anyone to do that. I feel like I gotta make that clear. Don't pretend you're me. Be better. Was I supposed to take the car? Was I supposed to look into the sunset? Sunrise? I guess it would be a sunrise. There's a tree in here with a broken swing. Can I carve into it? No. When did this turn into a walking simulator? Like just now. We are now awake. In Alaska, it seems. The one place he didn't want to be. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go, though. Oh, this seems like an open road. Does this person have ups though? Slightly. I guess this is my dad's house. Like my actual dad's house. Because this is the place where they used to camp. Unless he just set up the exact same arrangement. In memory of his dad. Shiny fox? It's a white fox. I'm gonna run after him. This is how people die in movies. I imagine this is his dad's house and not just an exact replica of it. You don't run very fast, my dude. It also doesn't sound like you're running with any kind of urgency. This is very Hollywood running. One of the details I enjoyed the most about the seasons of Doctor Who that we were watching with Lab is that people run like a normal person would run. They ran with urgency. Like you are running away from something, or that you need to get somewhere quick, and not the very stiff running of most media. I don't know why that detail stuck with me. British media as a whole tend to be a bit more human than American. It seems like it. I have problems with Twitch indeed. Oh, you changed your name. Oh. I just noticed that. You're no longer 3. There's only one Nadine now. A novel written on a tree. Onward and forward through oblivion and back. There are fucking shit. Oh, it's the fox with her three cups. Hell yeah. I wish I would have had more time to read that. I wasn't sure if he was gonna read it or I would have to. Oh, and he became a spirit. And he's now flying. That camera change was unfortunate. It made it look really weird. Directed and written by David Wheatley. I think that's how you pronounce that. Voices by David and Elise. Music by Josh Kramer. He saw the first tree and fucking died. That's what he gets for running around Alaska in his PJs. At least he didn't get moosed. Is this subtweeting Lap? Well, Lap is built different. A screenshot of the tree text and streaming text. Thank you. Onward and forward through oblivion and back. There and back again. Through fire and flame we carry on. Carry yourself with your head held high. Would you like to anonymously submit your statement to the first tree to an online moderated database? It may appear randomly to other players. Oh, yes. Beautiful. So I just read what someone else wrote. That's the first tree, I guess. Interesting game. I don't know if I connected to it on an emotional level as much as maybe the developer intended to, because I don't have kids and I don't believe that family relationships need to be always, like, I don't believe that you owe anything to your parents just because you're their son. That is the first stream.